Good morning, August 11th on a Thursday morning. It's 9 o'clock straight up. Well, 9 o'clock and 44 seconds Pacific time. And I'm looking to see if I get a confirmation here. I'm seeing the audio. Looking to see if I get a confirmation. Yep, video running, and now I muted it. So it looks like we're probably okay. Still having weird things happening with this headset. Fortunately, I checked it out before I started the live stream. I had to do a fix for it for the Fortnite game this morning, and I had to do a fix for it before this live stream. And actually, the fix was nothing. I just turned it off, waited about a minute later. The sound started coming through my speakers, way longer delay than it should have been. Then I turned the headset back on, and it worked. And there is the daily echo, he says. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that was when I first started and I was doing my sound check. So those of you in chat, type the number 4 if the audio is okay now. Asking for the number 4 because that tells me that you're responding to that request. Yep, I see the number 4 from a few people, so we're good. You know what? I'm liking that technique. I did that with Tony this morning during Fortnite, and I thought that worked well. So today's topic, scroll down here to the title, Windows Daily number 32, Q&A replies and targeted virus remediation. So this is a follow-up on the basic virus remediation that we did, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago. Take a look at who's all here in chat. And so we got the 4s. Looks like everything's good. Nothing there I need to address in that chat. I'm going to look at the description for today's video. 7 people watching now. Nope, this isn't today's. That was yesterday. Wait, was it? Yeah, this is today's. Oh, yeah, here it is up at the top. Responding to questions from, and I identified these 2 YouTube names. So those 2 people should have received or should receive a notification that says they were mentioned in this video. And that's going to be because I'm responding specifically to questions that those 2 individuals asked. And this is all just the general thing, text that's on every one of them. Every one of my videos. I'm going to start a little bit different as far as how I'm going to do some review. I'm going to go to channel comments before going to the comments and the chat from yesterday's video, because there's a couple of channel comments in here that are from comments that were made on other videos. So nobody's going to see these comments unless they happen to go to those videos, and there's some things there I want to answer today to these people. So this one called Run Somethings. Run also sent me an email, and I'll look at that. So gray hair with great experience. Thanks very much, DougBetts. I have a question. Please, I have customers using SharePoint, OneDrive with a lot of the workers having access to the files. Lately, some complain of these red marks on folders and files. Some are able to open the files in the same folders while others can't be opened. Could it be that the files are being stored as others are using them on their computers? Would it be advisable to let the files only for online after working on them so they don't get saved on local computers from several users? I think what you're asking there is not actually a thing, not available, but I'm going to address your question. Now, this was a comment that Run Somethings made on this video called Why Does OneDrive Show Red X's? So here's the problem that he's having with the OneDrive is a little bit different than that. So I'm going to come over and get his email ready to show. I need to zoom it in a little bit, and I'm concealing that person's email address. Get this centered a little bit. And there. So here's the email. Hello, DougBetts. I watched your video on YouTube. Why does OneDrive show red X's? Very interesting. I have a question, please. I work as a junior admin. My customers are using SharePoint, OneDrive. A lot of the workers haven't access to the file lately. Red marks, yada, yada, same stuff. As the comment, could it be that files are being stored as different users open them on their computers and can't be correctly synced? I've actually got a picture here of somebody trying to open an Excel file. That's not pertinent. So I'm going to go ahead and respond to this question. Down here on my OneDrive icon, I'm going to turn off my picture-in-picture. If you right-click on it, I think you will find on some of your computers up here at the top of this window, you have sync errors or sync conflicts. And if that is there, you need to click on that. And it's going to take you through some steps for resolving the conflicts where you can select to overwrite some files. I typically like the option for creating a second file. So it'll create a second file in that same folder, and at the end of the file name, it'll have the an identification of the user who is that copy. So if you have multiple people that have a sync conflict for the same file, you're going to wind up with multiples of those files. Now, another option that you can use instead of creating a duplicate is to open it into Microsoft Office or whatever the software is and merge the contents together. I don't trust that too much, especially if there's a lot of files. I just did this recently for a client where I selected to create copies of the files. So now when they go look to open that file, if they're looking in alphabetical order, they will see if there's two of that file and that one of them has that extra text at the end of the file name before the extension. At the end of the file name, that indicates who that one was from, and they have to evaluate that themselves. Now, another thing that can happen with OneDrive and SharePoint is that if you don't have sync conflict here, I had a case recently where when a client's looking actually in File Explorer in that folder, it actually doesn't see a file that some of the other people see. It's not showing up on his computer at all. And this screen says that your files are synced. So OneDrive totally does not understand that it's missing something. The only way that I found to fix that was to come in here to Settings for OneDrive, go to Settings, and then come over here to this link right here and unlink this PC. You're breaking the connection between OneDrive and your SharePoint files. So you unlink it, and then you come back and you re-link it. I think that'll be on the Account tab. When you unlink it, this item will change to link or start. I don't remember exactly what it says, and I don't want to demonstrate it because it takes a long time for that to complete. It's going to re-download all of the files and the shortcuts. So that's the only way I found to fix that. If you need further assistance to that, you can contact me more about that. I'll try to come up with a way to demonstrate it in a video. I may actually connect to a client's computer and do the whole process to show how it works. So that is my response for run somethings. Let's go back to the next comment over here. I better go back and look at chat and be sure that we're running okay. Ringer already did that. Oh, these are people talking to each other, and this is today's video. Yeah. So then here's Pineapple Road. Pineapple Road is a regular participant in our comments and chat room. I'm in need of a new device, but I'm unsure as to what to get. Anyone reading this, feel free to offer suggestions. So I'll click on read more. Now this comment Pineapple Road made on this video, and you're not gonna see it. You know, most of the people who watch this channel aren't gonna know that comment is there. Now I'll put a link into the description of today's video. I haven't put it there yet. I'll put a link to this video in case there's some people watching who want to go back and read Pineapple Road's comment again, because it's kind of long. Pineapple Road here tells the list of requirements. Windows 11 preferred, Windows 10 can be upgraded to 11 is fine. Want cellular mobile data connectivity. Down here says that I want a physical SIM slot since it will be used as a pay-as-you-go SIM. So it appears that what Pineapple Road wants is a laptop or a tablet running Windows operating system that they can connect directly to a cellular network. There's a little more explanation given in here. I'm not going to read through all of it, but here's one piece. The reason for the cellular mobile data requirement is that our home internet connection can be unreliable at times. In fact, the entire purpose of this device will be for when our internet goes down. Now, my thoughts turn immediately to a hotspot, a physical hotspot, not using a cell phone as a hotspot, but by a separate device from your cellular provider that is a physical hotspot, and you can have multiple devices connect to it as a Wi-Fi device, rather than having a SIM card in that laptop that can only be used by that laptop, can't be used by anybody else. I have in the past had a laptop that could do direct cellular connection, but there was no SIM card slot. It was built into the laptop. So you're asking for something that's probably difficult to find here. You don't say anything about how much effort you put into finding it. And you've got some other specifications here that are really low end. You're asking for a high end feature of cellular connectivity, and you're asking for low end memory and low end drive size, which makes me think you're wanting to do this on a tight budget. Sounds like it might be really challenging. So anyway, if somebody wants to go participate more with Pineapple Road, I'm not going to go hunting for a laptop for you. That's for those specifics, because that's not going to be what I consider to be useful content to create on my channel that can have a broad audience. That's a very, very narrow audience. So perhaps some people in chat or in comments on this video, or maybe they'll make comments on that video where you commented, may help you with that. Now, let's go back to today. Let's see, that's Run Somethings and Pineapple Road I responded to. So now let's go look at yesterday's chat and yesterday's comments. There's nothing in chat for me to respond to, of course, except thank you again for the super chats. But nothing, there was no specific questions in that chat that I need to respond to. Then going to the comments on this video, BH Ringer was asking, is the missing comment in the previous video held for review? No, it was not. We get the answer here a little bit lower. There's 3 replies. Pineapple Road was the comment that I spoke about yesterday that was there, and then I couldn't find it. Well, I think I know what happened. Guilty fish face. I think it was my comment. I self-destructed it. And down here, Pineapple Road says more. I did write a comment on that video, but since I did my trick of writing the comment before watching the whole thing, and towards the end was thinking that it likely wasn't what I said about in the comment, I may or may not have deleted it. No, I think you did delete it. And here, since my comment may be the one that you saw, here's roughly what I wrote. And I wanted that comment because it is on point with the notification that popped out. Now, this is referencing that basic virus remediation and the virus warning that popped up in the lower right corner of the user screen. With the notification that popped up, I'm wondering if it could be that notifications were enabled in a browser for a particular website, perhaps a scam website. Yes, I'm nodding yes on all of this. Thumbs up on all of this. Let's see, put the thumbs up over there. As I know that when I had enabled notifications for a website on my desktop computer, the notification showed up when the browser was open in the background, regardless of what website I had open. I'm not sure about when the browser was closed. We're going to go look at that. We're going to go look at that very specifically. Edit. As to why I self-destruct the comment, my habit of writing comments before I reach the end of the video has it got me told off before. I hope I haven't done that. And so I sometimes self-destruct them to avoid getting embarrassed. Okay, so restoring comment one. I think Pineapple Road must have typed that. I don't know why I keep making reference to Pineapple Road as she. I kind of have that stuck in my head. Please don't be offended if that's not the case. Then I'm trying to use the name Pineapple Road. So there's a substantial comments, and Lawn Dog has kind of long comments in chat. I always read them after the fact, but I'm not going to read them during the video. Now, let's go get to the well, let's see, I guess I better show this over here. Getting to this part. I already did the Q&A replies, targeted virus remediation. I'm going to go look at that now. Now, it's not really accurate to call that a virus. It wasn't a virus. We'll talk more about that in a moment. I'm going to bring up this pre-recorded video. And it's highly edited down to 2 minutes, 58 seconds. A while ago, having that same pop-up while she's in the browser. Okay, now give me number 6 in chat if you're able to hear the audio on this video. I'm going to play a little more of that audio. And it shows up here in notifications, so I'm going to manage. Okay, give me the number 6 in chat if you're hearing the audio when I'm playing that video. 6. So we got 6s. All right, good. Oh, you know what? I just realized, no, since I highly edited it, that audio is not going to be helpful. I need to narrate this. This is the notifications panel on Marge's computer. This was Marge here in the blue shirt. She's been on Zoom with me on some of my videos. And up here at the top, GYT8PI. Now this appeared on her computer after I did the basic virus remediation on her computer. This is not actually a virus. Pineapple Road was right on target. This is a notification. And when I first checked out Marge's computer, that wasn't on the top of my awareness. And it probably should have been, in all fairness. I'm going to go down to my notifications window. In the bottom right here, I'm moving my mouse just underneath my picture-in-picture, the bottom right corner of my screen, rotating with my mouse in circles there. When I click on that, here's my notification panel. Oh, this is somebody just made a comment on one of my videos. I'm going to have to go report that person. I may have already reported that person. But anyway, so that's the panel we're looking at here, is the notifications window. Now, I'm going to mute the audio on that 3-minute video and start to play. So here I've gone into the notification settings. You know what? I need to point out closer. I'm going back. See my mouse up here, the recorded mouse in the upper right, where Manage Notifications. So I'm clicking on Manage Notifications, and that takes us into this screen. And then down here, that's exactly that address that we saw. So it's coming by virtue of notifications. I'm going to advance the video further. You'll see me clicking on that notification. And now we're in a screen here. My mouse, I'm moving this mouse counterclockwise right now. Up at the top, it shows that address via Microsoft Edge, meaning this notification is coming because it's been configured in Microsoft Edge. However, Microsoft Edge on my client's computer down here at the bottom, you can see it's not open right now. Microsoft Edge does not need to be open for these notifications to appear. So there's all these settings here about this specific notification. Playing the video again. And my recorded mouse is moving around the screen. I'm pointing out that it says via Microsoft Edge. So then I'm going back to the prior screen. And then I'm going to go launch Microsoft Edge. At the bottom of the screen, I'm clicking on Microsoft Edge, the recorded me. Clicked on that. Maximize this Microsoft Edge. Go into the settings, that 3-dot menu in the upper right. Then go down to settings. And then go to the search settings and type in notifications. That'll take me to notifications. Then I'm going to pause the video right here and point out down here. My recorded mouse is showing as an I-beam right there, and there's that address again. So this is a notification in Microsoft Edge. We're in a section here that is showing recent activity, meaning the latest changes made to site permissions is showing up in this area. So she recently allowed notifications from this website. I am sure somehow she was tricked into doing that. And now the trick could have been really, really clever, meaning It could have said, do you want notifications for your email? And you click yes, not realizing that it's actually this bogus spammer that you're authorizing notifications for. I'm pressing the spacebar to play again. So you're seeing my recorded mouse move around. We're going to go into the permissions. There, I'm clicking on this right arrow here to go into the detail about those notifications. I'm going to pause the video now. All of these that are set on default, those are the default settings for that website. As long as you only have the default settings, it's not going to show up in this panel. But here, notifications have been allowed. That's not the default setting. It does not say default next to that. Now I'm playing the video again, showing that address, and then I think I'm going to go click on that notifications drop-down list to show what the choices are. Here's the choices. Ask is the default. Your other choices are allow or block. We could select block, but that's going to keep this site in the notifications panel for Edge. I don't like that. So here I think I show clicking on block, and then I move the mouse up to reset permissions up at the top. That's how you get rid of this. Right up here, I'm pointing to reset permissions. I'm going to reset the permissions for that site. So that's going to change everything on this screen to default, which will remove this website from the notifications panel in Edge and eventually from Windows. That first panel that we went into, the notifications panel down in the bottom right corner, I'll go click on that again to remind you. When you come up here to manage notifications, this is notifications for Windows, not for Edge, but Edge notifications will be included in this list. Okay, so we have to deal with notifications for the browser and notifications for the for Windows. Now I'm going to press play again. There's reset permissions, reset site permissions. I'll click on reset. Now, I pause the video again just to show that changed everything to default. That's what we want. Remember this website name, QYT system-protects. That's enough for you to recognize it, whether it's present or not. Playing the video again. I think next I'm going to click on this left arrow up here. Yep. To go back to the prior screen. Now, notice it's no longer there. It's no longer on this list of site settings for Edge. I'm going to press play again because we're not done. Then I'm going back to Windows notifications. Do you think that action removed it from Windows notifications? Go ahead and answer that for yourself, or in chat if you want to try to predict this. Here's the recorded me clicking on Manage Notifications. It is still there. It is still there in Windows, but it says off. Okay? And it has a slider set to off, but it's still there. I don't want that there. How do I get rid of it? Playing the video again. The answer is to reboot the computer. So I'm remotely rebooting the computer, pressing play again. And here it's coming back available. I click on Launch Remote Session. Then I'll maximize the screen, get logged in. There's maximizing the screen. Now, we're going to go take a look at Edge to make sure it's no longer showing up there. I click on the three-dot menu, go down to Settings, type Notifications, and see down here, that site is not there. Next, we need to go see if it's still there in Windows notifications. Come on, Doug. Go on. Go to the next step. Yeah, it's not there. Get over it. It's not there. We know it's not there. Stop showing us that. Come on. Go to the Windows notifications. There he goes. Now, clicked on the notification, then Manage Notifications. Here's the Windows notifications. And it is not there. So restarting the computer removed it from this list. And there's the end of that video. So now I'm going to come back to take a quick look on chat, be sure everything's going okay. Yep, there's no warning messages there. It's Jim, 10 seconds. I didn't do any 10 seconds advancing there. Come on, give me a break. And then, oh, the next thing I want to show has to do with, since we're talking about notifications, let's go on and deal about YouTube notifications. Where do I want to do this? I'll go over to this video over here. So this was the Windows Daily 31, but I'm not going there because of that video. I want to come up here to the notifications bell, because that's been an issue for people. You subscribe to a channel, you turn notifications on, you ring the bell, all that, and then you're not getting notifications where you think you should. So we're going to go take a look at notification within the YouTube area. So I'm clicking on that notifications. So here's where you can see what your recent notifications have been. So if you're expecting to get a notification from a particular channel and you didn't notice the notification come up, come in here and see if it's in this list, because that goes down for quite a long ways. As you scroll down to the bottom, it'll refresh and show you more notifications and more notifications and more notifications. So you can see a long history of notifications that have come to you, even if you didn't notice them. Now, this gear icon up here in the upper right of this notifications panel, let's click on that, see what you get here. So here's desktop notifications. I usually have this turned off because I don't want panels coming up while I'm live streaming of a notification for somebody else's channel. So actually don't want notifications coming up, but you'll need to have this on. You might have notifications turned on for a particular channel, but if it's not turned on in your browser, you're not going to get it. And then here's your preferences. Do you want to be notified about channels you're subscribed to? Do you want to be notified about channels you're members only? So all of these things, maybe on or off. Do you want email notifications sent to you for product updates? So there's all this stuff about notifications that you can change. Now, how about Windows notifications for YouTube? Are you getting that? Let's come down here to this notifications icon in the bottom right corner, right under my picture-in-picture, where I'm moving the mouse. Click on that, and then come up here to Manage Notifications, and then come down here. Do you have YouTube showing up in here? So here's Google Chrome, and it's turned on. Now, this is sorted right now by most recent. You can use this drop-down list to sort by name. So now you're seeing by name. There's Google Chrome notifications are going to show up for you. And then I don't quite remember, was YouTube on here? Nope, YouTube's not on here, which tells me that I have to have that browser open. Now, I'm not going to claim, I am not claiming here in this video to be an expert about notifications. In fact, I have felt kind of weak about notifications. I have felt like I didn't really care very much about notifications. So I get along with them fine. But since I looked into notifications a little bit deeper because of this, of Marge's scam notifications that she was getting, I want to share this. Now here, this get notifications from apps and other senders. I have this turned off up here. That means I'm not going to be getting these notifications, even though they're individually turned on. Notice they're grayed out. So I need to come up here and turn this on if I actually want to get these notifications. But I've had this turned off because I don't want notifications coming through on my computer. Now, each of my computers could have these settings set differently. When you go to a YouTube channel and ring the bell, subscribe and get notifications and ring the bell and so on, that's your configuration for that channel. That will go across to all of your devices as long as you're logged in with the same YouTube account, but your devices might have notifications turned off. So you have to consider your notifications for the channel, for your browser, for the device that you're working with. And I'm going to be interested to see if these tips helps anybody with their notifications issues. Again, I don't claim to be an expert about notifications. I most definitely am not. But so then I'm looking at chat to see if there's anything else I need to jump at. And no, yeah, I guess I will point out, let's see, I'll pick on this channel, for instance, Ken Stout Live. If I go into one of his videos or to his channel, I'll pause that. So he might send me a copyright strike. But over here on the bell icon, I did not even know whether I had notifications, the bell rung for him or not. I'm surprised to see that I don't. But oh yeah, here it shows the bell here, and then subscribe. Oh, that's right. This is another thing I learned. You don't get that bell ringing thing up here. This is just to click on notification to see if you have any notifications outstanding. Now, earlier when I went to this bell, there was a number next to it, meaning those are notifications that I had not seen yet. Since I opened that panel and scrolled through it, that means I've seen all of those. Now, as other notifications come to me, the number will start incrementing upward here. Yeah, so those are the things I know about notifications. But the comment still stands. I don't understand the terminology. It's ridiculous. Reset now means delete. And that's I'm probably not up to date with that. So I'm not going to try to respond to that. That's all for this video today. Thank you for watching. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. See you later. Goodbye.